It's time to check out one of the most notoriously bad Commodore 64 games, the infamous Bionic Granny. I must admit I've never played it, so let's find out if it really is as bad as everyone says. So here's the front cover, and what can you say? It's a Bionic Granny chasing some rather badly drawn school children. This is a 1984 release, one of the first wave of releases by Mastertronic. So we're grid style packaging with some intimidating text on the spine there, and just the loading instructions on the back. Inside it's very basic, no screenshots, and a bit of information about the game, which is basically that you've got to zap the kids with a laser powered brolly as they leave school. Sounds lovely. And that is it. There's nothing else in the packaging at all. Minimalistic in the extreme. So this title screen's just come up, and it's one of these classic things that stops the game loading while you read it and doesn't start it until you press the keys to continue. This is got the Darling Brothers name, not literally but figuratively, written all over it. So it looks like one of their early releases. A bit more info about the game there. You've got to try and zap the kids coming out of school, as mentioned. Also says you've got to not let the lollipop lady throw lollipops at you. And we've got some keys on the next page, controls. Basically all you've got is left and right, and you can use a joystick. So let's get the game loaded. Here we go then, here's Bionic Granny. As usual with these early Darling Brothers games, no title screen or anything like that. So let's just get straight on with the game. So there I am at the bottom of the screen, and I've got to zap these kids coming out of school and avoid the lollipop lady, who's frantically flinging a lot of lollipop sticks at me. I don't know where she's getting those from exactly. Graphics are very basic. The whole thing's very basic. It's got a cheery little tune going on though. So I'll just zap these kids as they run down the screen, and I get points when I do that. And I'm on level 2, which is going a bit faster now. Basically everything just goes a little bit faster. Oh, and I got zapped. Or lollipopped, I suppose would be more accurate. And that's pretty much it. You move left and right and zap the kids. So pretty short review, but I mean, well, obviously it's not the greatest game in the world, and it's just about worth $1.99, I guess. No, it's not. Let's be honest, it's not worth $1.99. But on the other hand, despite being a very simplistic game, it's playable. Whether you'd want to play it for very long is another matter, but it is playable. There is a challenge to trying to get a better high score. How many times you play it I'm not sure, but I don't know. I don't think it's the worst game I've ever played on the Commodore 64 by a long way, and possibly not even the worst Mastertronic game. In fact, possibly not even the worst Darling Brothers game from some of the others I've had a bit of a play of. So I think, to be honest, it gets a bit of a bad rap. I could see high score challenges at gaming events on this game being quite good fun actually. I mean, it's a very simplistic game, as I mentioned, but these sort of games are actually quite fun for a limited amount of time. So yeah, I don't think it's as bad as people make out, to be honest. Perfect timing. Game over.